Hey, it's John and Mike, brew-dudes.com, and we are doing another one of our homebrew swaps. This is beer exchange number 37, coming from a guy named Chris in Indiana, and he sent us a Czech Pilsner. We have been talking via email about just brewing lagers, and I think this is the product of those discussions over email. And I don't know if you've sent it to the secondary camera right now, but certainly it looks like a lager. It's really clear. It's extremely clear. So this is a Czech Pilsner, like I said. The malt bill is as follows for a 10-gallon batch. 90% Weyerman Floor malt, Bohemian Pilsner malt, 5% of Weyerman Munich Type 1, that's at 6 Love, and 5% of Carapils malt for a nice decadent head, I'm sure. The hops, they're all Saaz. He had 4 ounces at 60 minutes to go in the boil, 1 ounce at 20 minutes to go in the boil, and 1 ounce at 10 minutes to go in the boil. For yeast, I have it because he kind of gave me half and half. Like he's like, did it from the memory, and then he wrote me an email to clarify some stuff. So going on to the piece of paper, we say yeast. He had 4 packs of White Labs WLP 802. That's the Czech lager yeast. He fermented 14 days at 150 degrees. 14 days at 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Much different. You can't ferment at that high of a temperature. So that was 14 days at 50 degrees Fahrenheit. After that, he raised it by 5 degrees per day for 5 days until he got to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Something about the math doesn't work out, but he got to 68. He got up to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. He did a diacetyl rest for 5 days. He then added gelatin, and then he threw it in the fridge at near freezing temperatures and lagered for, what he said, almost 2 months.
Essentially, it took him 2 months, yeah.
Yep, 2 months to lager after all that was done. All the fermentation was done.
But the clarity on this thing
Speaks for itself.
It's crystal clear. I mean, there's nothing. There is no haze in there.
Can they see you?
They can see my big round head in this glass. Yeah, look at that. That's amazingly clear. This has got to be the clearest beer we've ever had.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
For sure.
And then the bubbles coming off of we use the right glass too. You probably can't see that on camera, but these are those
tiny
weirdo
bubbles.
Sam Adams glasses with the etched thing on the bottom.
Yep. So that's helping.
But it's nice. Oh my gosh, it's so nice.
Yeah. So tell me what you're getting off the aroma, since we've talked about appearance.
So that floor malted Pils is pretty special stuff because it has got a very unique, distinctive flavor and aroma. There's an incredible amount of like toasted graham cracker in this Pils malt, and you get that 100% in the aroma. There is a malty sweetness behind it. I don't get much hop character in the nose at all.
No.
But the flavor of the beer follows through. It's smooth. It's round. It doesn't have as much of a crisp finish as I would have expected, but that floor malted Bohemian Pilsner is again coming through with pretty strong toastiness, and it's nice. I mean, it's very graham crackery. It's not really toast as much as it is. People describe Pilsner malt often as having this graham cracker thing, and this malt multiplies that up by 4.
Yeah.
It's pretty graham crackery. It's nice. It's definitely nice.
What do you think about the spiciness of the hops? Is it present enough for you to say, this is just like a Czech Pilsner that I'm used to getting at the store or at a bar?
It's close, but it didn't. I'll tell you this: the very first sip, some of these Pilsners, they have a very unique flavor on the first sip that then your palate sort of adjusts to it and it mellows a little bit with subsequent sips. I didn't get that super intensity, but I do drink it. When I drink it, I mean, I do get the there is that Saaz spicy, noble quality to it. Could be a little bit higher, but there's plenty of hops in the recipe. I wonder maybe just a little bit of a water tweak or something to make the hops sort of stand out a little bit.
I mean, I think that
but it works. It's definitely good.
It does work.
It's fantastic. Actually.
I mean, he's
sort of splitting hairs.
He's putting 4 ounces at 60 minutes. I don't have the alpha acid on that. Just to finalize, the ABV on this is around 5.5. The original gravity was 1049. He finished at 1008.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that finish, that final gravity, I would say, you know, would have a drier finish, but maybe it is all that maltiness.
It's so super clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's excellent. I mean, I'm splitting hairs with the comments, but
maybe a little water, chemistry adjustment. But I don't know. I always think, like, I've had trouble with Saaz hops trying to get the same type of flavor that I am used to in commercial examples.
Yep.
And I think we've talked about this, like the hops that are available to home brewers.
Yeah.
You know, they're not the greatest.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Not the same quality that's going to.
Whenever I
the
try to
big
buy
brewers.
Saaz, they're always like 2% alpha, and I just pass them up.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know if there's enough there to get character.
True.
Right?
Could be. It's hard to get that same commercial grade character, right?
Yeah.
So, but what an excellent version of this particular style.
It's amazing.
I mean, we are really splitting hairs because it's great.
Because we need something to talk about.
We need something to say, like, it's great. Okay, next beer. But great. Thank you so much for sending this to us. Thanks for all the chats over email for sure. All your hard work paid off, Chris, and thanks for sharing with us. If you have questions or comments about this beer, especially about lagers and all the things that go into them, leave them below this video. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel because we definitely drink beer on camera and talk about it. And sometimes we even brew on camera too. So check it out. Give us the old subscribe, and we'll keep putting these out as long as you guys want to keep watching them. For John and Mike, brew-dudes.com. Brew on.
Cheers.